6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They go play action with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Ravens at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Dobbins. Touchdown, Baltimore. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
Yeah, it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And again, it's Chubb. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Third and long. It's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Johnson, the man in motion right. Dobbins running out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 125 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Chubb try the middle here.
165 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play action. It's Jackson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Chubb will get the call running left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Off-tackle run here for Nick Chubb. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. York able to send this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jackson's throw complete there to Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
A big pick up there on the run. And even 40 yards. So Cleveland able to